If it's our
12 hours.
All right, guys, how you doing?
I don't even know what time it is. What time is it?
Well, it's 7:20.
Yeah.
So really 11 hours.
Yeah. Hey, guys, G.I. Joe here. Welcome back. This is round 5 of this BB4 playtest. As it stands now, the Axis have 8 points. But we get to have 12 to win. But we were just talking, and we decided to. We have played enough to. Yeah, we've played enough to know that about these new rules and if anything needs to change. So we're not going to continue out the game because what we would do continuing the game would not the rules would not affect anything. So I think we have a good idea on these rules and how they've played out. So just a brief overview, and then we'll do a little talking here. At the beginning of round 5, you can see what's going on here. You can see that the Allies are pressing in Gibraltar. Italy, for all intents and purposes, had to pull back to Rome to defend it. Egypt is nice and sturdy. Taranto did happen for the first time in a long time in BBR. We'll talk about that later. Germany pressing. They're about to get Moscow. Italy can't open in Rostov, so German stuff is about to hit down the Caucasus and get some resource points there and put some pressure on the Middle East. India is strong. China is strong in Sikang. There was eventually going to be some type of something happen. I was anticipating that China would step up in Sichuan and India would step up into Burma and have 2 big fronts for Japan to deal with.
This turn.
Yeah.
That's what we were expecting.
Yeah, that's what we were expecting. Of course, I had 6 bomber pairs that could come down, plus 6 units that could rail into Yunnan. So, I mean, it would have been Japan took the Philippines and Guam. Commonwealth played very well, by the way, by Hambone. What'd you think about Commonwealth there, Hambone?
I thought it was pretty good. I know you guys are kind of talking like they've got too much money, but I think they have the right amount of money. I actually, what did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4 territories, so that's increased their money significantly. One of them gives me an NO, national objective, and then I just now got the Dutch island national objective. So I don't know that the NOs are overpowered. It's just one of those things.
Would look a lot differently without some of those crazy Iran rules.
Well, that's true. It took Britain forever to get into the Middle East,
right?
So that kind of put them back a little bit on the turn tracker there, but it helped. With Anzac, or not Anzac, but Commonwealth coming in there and dealing with one of those.
Well, okay, so, but I think the NO, we talked about the 5 NO for Malaya, all that.
Malaya,
West Indy.
The 2 Indies.
Okay.
That's one of those NOs you get once.
Right.
Because usually Japan does take Malaya.
Right.
Now, if they decide not to, then you're going to give, the Commonwealth a lot more money.
Okay, well then, so then I guess that, the thing is that, Commonwealth had a lot more money than Italy, but that was more so because of the Taranto raid, and because of that, it kicked Italy back on its heels, which is kind of out-of-box style-ish, But
right.
With a big thing with the Toronto raid, with the power that he could have brought in, he could have actually added another bomber. He could have added his bomber. He could have added the 2 fighters. Right?
Yeah, I think
because Cyprus had, he was only moving 2. What would happen in current setup with that Cyprus is there's so much more units that would survive, even if I was to scramble 3, that Italy is going to get hit for their second purchase on lower, even less amount of money.
Yeah, I think either the TAC needs to be somewhere else, say Egypt, to where it has to land on the carrier.
Right.
Or, I mean, think about it. Had he not left, because he didn't leave a AAA, you didn't have to fly over many AAAs to get there, right? Only 1 AAA from London.
Just 1 in Italy, yeah.
So, if the TAC had not been there, I think things might have been fairly similar, with the exception of maybe he would have scrambled, and which means things might look different. But
we would have scrambled. We would have had more of an annihilation, and then on my second purchases, I would have had more than $9.
So,
Well, that's true. There was a big convoy.
Yeah, because of the Toronto being powerful and
correct
having ships sitting in there with the planes, you know, it was just like I got $9.
All right.
And that's when Italy needs to drop units so that they can push them on the third turn.
Right.
Before America comes or whatever's coming in out of Egypt.
So do you think the tack over in the Med in general is too much, or it needs to be repositioned off Cyprus?
I think if it's going to be in the Med, it needs to be repositioned, you know, whether it's Egypt or wherever.
Okay.
So, I don't believe that Italy needs the tack to help with Toronto. Toronto, by itself, without that tack, is usually at about 60%. It's 40% fail rate or success rate for Italy. It's a 60% attack as normal, and it goes to be a little lower because we have active AA, but not by much. If a bomber and a fighter have to go over to AAA's, you know, it's 1 at 6, 1 at 7.
Yeah. Well, it's just interesting because this is the first time that I've seen Taranto in a bloodbath game, in a BBR game. Did it happen at the tournament this last year at all?
I didn't see it.
I think it's been at least a year, if not longer, year and a half maybe.
I haven't seen it.
So.
It's a delicate thing.
Yeah.
Right. The Northern Africa thing's very delicate.
Right. Okay. Commonwealth, I think maybe we'll talk to about Nixon that 5-0 for Malaya and whatever. I like the rolling the dice for the ships.
I like that too.
Yeah.
For the ships?
Yep.
The ships independently. It gives the risk that Germany takes by leaving that naval in 111, that he has a chance. He has a 75% chance to get one ship and 25% chance to get two. And it gives him a chance. And you don't know, right? That's the cool part. You're like, well, let's roll for it. It was pretty cool. And it ended up being Germany got one of the two ships.
So, but as Germany, you're going to go in and take all of France just for the right to roll the dice.
That's right. No, the extra thing that was worth it, sorry, I should have said it, I apologize, is, as you guys saw it, is freezing or turning them to free Vichy, however we decided that works, or you guys decide how that works, is freezing those French units in Morocco, Casablanca, and French West Africa. So that they're not using it, whoever wants to go in there has to attack. So that is a cool thing.
All right.
Yeah, I like that all.
It helps Italy.
All right. I think that as far as Japan, I think going into Siam and having to negate your NO 10 IPC NO, I think that's a good thing because you're.
I think the Syria French infantry should be frozen, and we should discuss whether that French destroyer down in South Africa should be frozen or scuttled.
All right, so
you couldn't freeze it. That would
it wouldn't fit on
South Africa.
Be a scuttle.
Yeah.
And also, and if we are doing that Vichy kind of thing, someone will ask, well, what about French? What about French Indochina, right? Why isn't, because that actually did have Japanese leans in there.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, but I think freezing. I think the dice roll is good. I think a Nixon 1-0 off of Commonwealth would be good. I like Commonwealth way better than Anzac Canada.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't really play Canada.
No.
Once that destroyer and transporter are eliminated,
They're done.
Canada is not useful until the U.S. is in the war.
Yeah.
Okay. I do like putting the limit back on India. I think that needs to be there. Japan is 4 guys too much for Siam? 3 guys, standing army?
You're dropping 10. It's worth it. It's worth it. To me, you played it. You guys have actually, you and Campbell have played 2 games. Now, to me, when I'm looking at that, you're going to lose $10, but I'm going to get 4 infantry on the board.
Yeah.
In Asia that I don't have to build and then move later. $10, I'll throw $10 at you for you give me that. So it's worth it to me. Is it with 3? Yeah. For me, I'll take 3 infantry. At 2 infantry,
maybe not. Yeah.
Probably not. Yeah.
So it needs to be at least 3 or 4 because you'll gain a buck there, and then if you're going to do that, you might as well hit French Indochina also, to get those 2 like I did.
Unless it's turns pro-axis Vichy.
Right. Yeah, we got to figure that out. Now,
There'll be another reason Japan says, please.
yeah, this didn't happen, but if for some reason Japan stalls on going to Siam and activating it, and let's say that UK attacks Siam, I think that would be a declaration of war.
Right.
Yeah, against Japan.
As for money for Commonwealth,
Yeah.
I just don't like that they can just jump on the Dutch islands without a declaration of war to Japan. They can take it. They can take the islands for free, but that becomes a declaration of war in Japan. It's like moving into someone's island territory, someone moving into China, in the way I look at it. But that's not, I don't know if that, even if I were looking at that kind of a thing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I heard somebody
It's just
else.
free money it just shouldn't be free.
I heard somebody else say that. Who was it? Maybe it was VK. That maybe have it to where you have to colonize it. You land on Java. You don't collect until your 2nd turn.
I think declaration of war
Yep.
is pretty cool. I already said it. I
Yep.
don't need to say it again. Just get Japan yeah, you can get your money, Commonwealth, but you're opening up my attacks.
Right. Same thing as Japan, I guess. I don't know. Well, cool. Well, guys, I think overall this whole experience, the whole YouTube Zoom thing worked. From my end, it seemed to work. It just slowed things down. Whether this is like the method to play on a consistent basis, who knows? But it slows things down somewhat. But I definitely like the idea of getting a hang with you guys live.
Yeah. No, it's been fun.
Now, we might end up getting a little faster, but we're all experienced players,
Yeah.
knowing a lot of the rules. Each of us helping the other one quickly on, and so 12 hours or 11 hours for 4 complete turns is still pretty slow for experienced players on a
Yeah.
game that we are very good at.
Well, yeah, and on my end, like I said, it's me being the quote-unquote host and trying to show all the different angles, which it wasn't stressful.
Running around crazy. What if you ended up getting that German Italy? We probably might have had
That-
to switch
yeah,
in the
that's-
middle. Like, screw it, Ross, give me, switch. I'm taking Japan.
Japan was the right thing for me to do in this setting. And even with then, I had an idea what I wanted to do. I just had to, hey, this is what I want to do, run it by Ross
I
kind of thing.
think it works great. I'm looking forward to actually watching some of the gameplay. You'll put it together.
Yeah. Well, it'll just be on,
Right.
there'll be just, 4 or 5 different
Yeah,
videos.
it'll be 4 or 5. It'll be cool to look but I was feeling bad for you. Like, you're the one that's critical. You're the one with the map that everyone
No,
has to
it's,
see.
actually, I didn't mind at all.
After a while there, I was like, what's going on in the Western,
Yeah.
the Pacific? I don't know. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Hambo, tell me what's in Eastern America. I don't care.
Well, cool. Well, anything else, guys, before we sign off?
No, it was wonderful playing with you guys. Hambo, you're awesome. You're incredible player.
Yeah.
Joe, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Chris. Hey, you owe me a beer.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
right.
And so, yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for showing
Thanks a lot.
Ross, thanks for getting up really early in California to meet us online here.
No problem. No problem. Love the game.
And also, thanks to, we've had, at one time, we had like 14, 15 people watching us live, from Denmark. We had somebody from Germany. So,
That's right. You were talking to someone that you could do a little bit of German there.
yeah, I was, my Janglish, Germanish, well, whatever. So it was just a cool experience overall, and I liked it. And it was great playing with you guys, talking with you guys, always is. So and thanks to those of you that I think we got 6 guys watching now. If you just chimed on, we round 5, we've done our play test. We're happy with what we've seen, enough to make some decisions, and we're not going to continue on because we've been playing for about 10, 11 hours. Which, you know, this whole YouTube live Zoom thing has slowed things down. And as Pagan was saying, we are pretty experienced players, but yet it still slowed us down. But it was still fun. We got to play test some stuff, see these new rules. We like them, maybe a few minor tweaks. And the cool thing is there's even more to come. Sired has 2. You're going to want to check that out. Sign up. It's free. And that way you can be up to date on any changes that we make. So I guess with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks, gentlemen. It's been great.
How did you beat? Weren't you supposed to be barbecuing? You gave that one up. You're like, oh.
It never showed up, did it? But I'm going to go have some now. It's upstairs waiting for me.
Awesome.
All right, guys.
Good luck, guys.
All right.
Enjoy. Peace.
Okay.
Take care.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. You can watch.